All right, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another art stream. Feels like it's been a while since I've done one of these. I don't even remember what the last one was. But Wisby will be joining me shortly. Today we're doing Patron commission. So one of the Patron levels it includes a commission. So this is relating to September, but we're doing it today instead of last week because I had COVID. So I had COVID last week. I caught it on Wednesday, and then had to rest. I probably could have done the stream on Saturday, but I had missed a couple of days of work, and so well, for one, I needed to stay isolated from Indigo. So Indigo was out here. I was in the bedroom, and then just I had work to do as well. So Wispy's locked out of the voice. Oh, I'll fix you. Don't worry. There you are.
I am here.
Hello.
Oh, greetings. How are you feeling?
Um, Overall, I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm glad.
Yeah. Still feeling a little phlegmy and a little bit more tired than usual, but other than that, I'm fine. Like no fever, no sore throat anymore, no headache. So
Sounds about like me on a regular basis. Lenny, tired.
So I'm just grabbing the references. But
Yeah.
do you wanna tell everyone what you asked me to do?
Yeah, no, I just want a nice team portrait of, like my avatar that I like use for my online persona everywhere, and then like my 6 favorite Pokemon.
Okay, I was actually curious if these were your favorites or if it was like a specific team from a certain game or something like that.
Well, yes, I did use this specific team in not like exactly because of course the Hisuian forms didn't exist yet, but I used this specific team in a playthrough of X, Ultra Sun, and Alpha Sapphire.
Okay.
So I do have a lot of attachment to this particular team.
Do you have a vision of how these characters should be, laid out or like posed together, or anything like that?
Not particularly. I wasn't thinking of anything specific. I kind of trust your vision with all of that, like with like composition and where everyone's positioned and everything.
Okay. Is there any are any of them like more important or something that?
Hisuian Typhlosion would be like the partner, like the one right next to me for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good place to start.
And then I'm also sending you the high-res visual for my profile picture.
Thank you.
Yep, I just sent that off. And the only changes I'd want to make to that are like losing the hat and then with my longer hair, how you've seen it.
Yes, I have seen it. I can draw you from memory, like well enough. Probably, I've seen you enough times on our D&D sessions.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I have a decent idea of what you look like. Let me just grab that last one. Okay. Were you picturing like a full body kind of thing, or more
I
like
was
a portrait?
I was thinking more like a full body kind of thing.
Okay. I ask because, as you know, I'm not in the habit of drawing people. Um,
No, yeah, but like I said when we first started planning this out, I exist to make difficulty and challenge in everyone's life.
yeah, well, I'll do my best. It's just like in the interest of actually drawing like 7 different characters
Yeah.
in a reasonable span of time. It would be easier to do it in like portrait format, but I'll do my best.
How about we stick with the portrait, and then if we have time later, we can do a full body.
Well, I'll like sketch out the composition of a full thing, and then we can try like uh, we can try to frame it so that it's something a little bit tighter, but we'll
Okay.
see. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
but I'll still try to like figure out a full pose and everything. All
Okay.
right, I have all of the references now. So we've got Blastoise, Hisuian Typhlosion, Staraptor, Mismagus, Gallade. For some reason, Gallade is giant compared to everyone else. And Hisuian Gudra and Wispy.
Hey.
You,
See,
you, you and Gallade are to scale. I can put your head on Gallade.
hey, perfect. That'd be great. What's funny is I'm like 5 seconds behind what I'm seeing compared to what you're
Of course.
saying.
Yeah.
So it's like it's funny you saying it and then everything coming in delayed.
You just gotta get used to that. We're from like the new 151 streams. That was always the case. It was always like, what do you think of this that I just did? Okay, let's wait a few seconds before you can actually see it.
I definitely noticed that.
Yeah. Okay, think I have everyone in a reasonable size for my reference purposes. Charon had a fun fact. Typhlosion is just Charizard without wings.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Yes,
'Cause,
type stat wise for sure.
yeah.
The actual fun fact is that Charizard and Typhlosion have the same base stats. Yeah, yeah, they were really creative when it came to making Typhlosion stats. Uh, Typhlosion, Typhlosion's like what makes it interesting was the different moves that it could get.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it always had access to Thunder Punch or if it was only in Crystal, but Typhlosion with Thunder Punch was definitely one of. Well, the Thunder Punch was one of the moves that I frequently used on Typhlosion.
I don't remember about Gold and Silver, but I do definitely remember from like Crystal forward it did. And I know that because it convinced me that it could learn Fire Punch, but it can't. And I think that's a cardinal sin.
It can learn Thunder Punch but not Fire Punch.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, why is that a thing? Like it might be like an event move or maybe like an egg move under like very specific conditions, kind of like with like a Volt Tackle Pichu.
Right.
But it like you can't learn it by TM, you can't learn it by level up, and every move tutor I've tried to teach it at will not teach it.
All right.
So
it's silly. Oh, Wispy is echoing a bit. Okay, it's probably just too loud on my end.
it might be I might have my speakers a little loud too here.
No, you sound fine on my end. So it's probably my microphone picking up your voice, as well as OBS picking it up directly. So
Gotcha.
yeah, it's the usual. It's the usual with new and 51 streams, and Charon is the only one who ever points out when there is an echo.
See, I never notice if there's an echo on the new 151 streams because I just don't notice it.
All right, let's see if I can draw a person relatively proportionately. The answer is no. To be honest, the answer is no.
Oh, yeah, but like it doesn't. I don't. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be cool and charming, exactly like the rest of your stuff.
See, but the advantage with the rest of my stuff is that I don't draw people.
No, I know that, but like you yourself said you wanted to get better at drawing humanoids. So for the D&D stuff,
I mean, yeah. um,
but no, yeah, if you can't get it to look good as like a full body, I
no.
have no problems with it being just the portrait.
I'm picturing you like in the like crouching pose um from Legends, like when you can like crouch with all your Pokemon around you. But I need to look
Yeah,
at a
yeah.
reference for that so that I can do that. And I don't know if I can find one easily, but
Funny that I was
let me
just playing Art
try.
Legends before we got on call. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about because I was just doing that very thing. Actually, I ended up starting a new game because unless I want to sit there and grind to like perfect the Pokédex, like there's nothing else I can do on my main save.
Hmm.
So I was like, oh, I didn't play through with Hisui and Decidueye last time. I'll try him out, and so far I have him and a Pikachu, and that's it. Nothing else has been worthy of a team edition.
Okay,
I
this is a
almost,
pretty good image for what I want. It is the girl, but I think I can make you out of a girl.
oh yeah, no, I use the girl hairstyles in games anyways because there's never a good-looking male-centric ponytail.
Well, at least in this game, in Legends, you can actually use all of the hairstyles.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Same thing with like I think Swish let you do that to an extent too.
No, there were definitely some gender exclusive hairstyles in Legends or in Sword and Shield.
Uh,
Yeah, it's
I,
unfortunate, but yes.
but yeah, no, I just use the basic female ponytail in Legends just because it looks nice.
Yeah, the girl styles in general just always look better.
I mean,
Uh,
I will say the suit the male characters get in Sun and Moon, that was mint. That was very clean.
the suit.
I remember like some sort of like suit or like it was like a dress outfit. Like it may not have been like a suit exactly. I'm gonna see if I can
I
find a picture of it.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I mean, it's probably just because I never used it, but yeah, I don't remember it.
I remember Duncan knee deep, or I guess Duncan can't die now. I guess, but either way, he used to use it all the time in his free for alls. Does Cerebi have pictures of every item?
Yes.
Oh my god, that is amazing. I didn't realize that. I mean, I knew Cerebi was great, but fuck.
You know,
Oh, but
Cerebi was great, just not that great.
what are these pictographs for Minish? Like I feel like Joe could have made this section of like these images like their original size without too much issue because
Hmm.
blowing up a tiny thumbnail to 400 to by 240 that I mean I feel like that's not very resource intensive on a website.
Yeah, they are definitely really small, but it's nice that they're all there. I
That
don't
is
know
very
if because I have looked for other like databases essentially of all of the clothes. I don't think I've ever found one, so it's nice that there's at least that one, even if the images are kind of small.
Yeah, and I mean I could always open a new tab or like, even just clicking on the image opens up the bigger PNG file, but just a mild inconvenience.
Hmm. Oh, but they do open. Okay. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I think the Sword and Shield ones they do have the big photos. It's like the older ones that they don't.
Mm. I think I'm thinking of the collared shirt. It's not. It's just like a dress button-up shirt with like a lapel pocket or whatever those are called, like
Hmm.
a pocket. I
Okay.
always really liked that shirt and like the pants that go with it.
All right,
Oh,
I'm gonna leave it at that for now, so that I can like actually make sure to have the time for everyone.
yeah.
Uh, all right, I gotta imagine with this whole group of Pokemon. What are they doing?
Um,
I don't want to just like draw them in their official poses.
yeah. So, ooh, Typhlosion is definitely crouching next to me.
So I always see the Hisuian Typhlosion as kind of sleepy. So what if I have it lying down?
That's perfect.
Uh, what does a Typhlosion look like when it's lying down?
I either like curled, like kind of because it's a ferret weasel kind of deal, isn't it? So it'd be,
Yeah,
or
something like
like a
that.
badger, I guess, when it's fully evolved. Quilava is more of like a ferret weasel, but point is like it would be like either like on all fours, kind of like tucked in like a loaf, or like kind of like slightly curled in.
Well, you can see what I'm doing and
Yeah,
see
yeah,
if you
yeah. That was
like it or not.
yeah, yeah. I see what you're going for.
Front and then back.
Gotta say, I was very happy when I figured out Hisui and Typhlosion existed because I was very good about like avoiding spoilers and leaks for
Mm.
Legends. Because it's also like it was the first new Pokemon game where like I'd been almost completely off social media, like because when it was right after Sword and Shield came out that I deleted Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that off my phone.
Okay.
And so I was far less exposed to anything that was like spoilers or rumors or anything like that. Like maybe the occasional Reddit thread, but I could always avoid those.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I knew that the starters were going to have new forms, but like I didn't know what they were going to be yet, and I
Right.
fucking fell in love with Hisuian and Typhlosion. Because like you said, it looks sleepy. It looks fucking stoned out of its gourd, man.
I guess that's just a matter of perspective.
It really
Some
is.
people see it as sleepy, and some people see it as stoned, and that's just a matter of what your experiences have been. I think.
Exactly, but I still love it. It is wonderful. Jeremy is everything in your fridge. That's funny.
All right, where I kind of want to just put the Staraptor like flying in the background, but then it wouldn't be it wouldn't be like highlighted. So
Hmm.
Miss Magus is a little bit easier to just put floating somewhere.
Yeah, like having it kind of like swooped in overwards instead of like in the background, like it's just kind of swooping over everybody, sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm over here gesticulating like you can see me.
Well, you can keep gesticulating.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to help though.
No, yeah, probably not.
Hey, JC, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Um, yeah, just doing this drawing for Wisby and trying to figure out how to draw this many characters in a way that makes sense. That, and like I don't know, a lot of like team portraits that I see they're all just kind of lined up.
Yeah.
Like nobody. It's not even that like the group isn't doing anything, but like none of the Pokemon are really doing anything, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You want to give it more actual character.
Yeah. Maybe everyone here is sleepy. I'll draw. I'll draw Gudra in its shell. I'll draw Blastoise in its shell. I'll draw
There you go.
Staraptor roosting. It's great.
Yeah. No. See, there you go. Solutions, man.
I do think that Hisuian Gudra looks pretty cute when it's in its shell.
It does.
But I also feel like it just doesn't. Like I don't like that the way it disappears into its shell is that they simply go, okay, now that part of the model's not there anymore, right? Rather than like, I don't know, showing how it actually fits into the shell. The legs just disappear, so.
See, I love the idea of it like it just slurps into the shell, like in like the most disgusting fashion you could think of for like a snail.
So it's the legs just like splay outward and then get squished in.
Like yeah, not sort of like they would get like pushed at like an unnatural angle towards its torso, and then like it'd get slurped in that way.
Right.
But because like Gudra's, he's slime, isn't he? Like I don't think there's like an actual like a solid part of it besides the shell at this point. I could be wrong, but that's just always how I've pictured Goomy and Gudra.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they are snails basically, right? So
yeah,
it's not like they have bones or anything.
Yeah. So he'd like squish like rubber like into his shell, and like he'd have like it from his neck out. Like would be the only thing you could really see because it's all stuffed up in there.
Now, I think another element that I don't like about it is that like I really like the way that the tail blends into the shell, but then actually it doesn't. It just looks like it does.
Yeah.
Because if the tail blended into the shell, then it wouldn't be able to go into the shell.
Yeah, it's just a pattern on the shell when the rest of its tail is still in the shell.
Yeah, but I really like the look of it as like it has this tail that then has some like iron like it just has like an iron portion to it. When I first saw it, I didn't picture it as something that could go into its shell. So
yeah,
I find it a little bit disappointing in that regard.
Yeah, I can see that.
How big is Blastoise compared to Hisuian Gudra? I kind of want to put Blastoise lying down on top of it.
Oh, so. I'm pretty sure Blastoise is something like 4 feet tall.
I don't know how big Hisuian Gudra is, but I can put Staraptor roosting on top of Gudra.
You could do that.
I can even put it in a little nest on there.
Oh, I just accidentally Googled only the word Hisuian. So, okay, so they're actually roughly the same height. Blastoise is 5'3", and Hisuian Gudra is 5'7".
Okay, so they would be kind of awkwardly stacked.
Yeah, and I feel like that's also measuring like both of their tips from shell to shell instead of like their actual full height.
Right.
So, like, if you had Gudra sideways, you could put Blastoise on top comfortably, but...
Right.
If they're standing upright, it'd be like with those, like, stone stacks you find at, like, rivers and such that people do.
Yeah, yeah.
Unrelated note, I actually love making those. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
Like it's just very relaxing to just sit there and like make things balance. I don't know why. I think it's an ADHD thing, but it's fun.
No, I can see it. Yeah. I don't think like I have fun doing that. I don't think I've taken the time to like stop by a river or whatever to do that, but um,
Hmm.
so like not in that particular scenario, but I've I've definitely like when we're playing D&D, like I spend the entire time that we're
Balancing your dice and such, huh?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just anytime that it's like downtime for me, like where if we're in a fight and I already did my my turn
Yeah.
and I have to wait for like 10 other characters to have their turn, I'm stacking dice.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's just nature. It's just that's literally everybody when you're playing D&D. If you don't stack your dice in the middle of combat and it's not your turn, you're fucking weird. But yeah, no, it's just that scaled up and a bit more challenging because you're working with uneven rocks instead of perfectly sculpted dice.
Mm-hmm.
The trick I found is to always find at least 3 points of contact, and if you can do that, you just have to worry about distributing the weight evenly enough for it all to stay.
Right.
And
Okay, I need to find a play. I need to figure out what Blastoise and Gallade are doing. Because otherwise, I think this looks pretty okay. It's
oh
very
yeah,
messy, and you probably can't see where Gudra's head is, but it's there.
oh no, I can kind of tell what's going on here. I've been watching as you were doing your sketches, and so for Gallade, that's a toughie. I don't. Because like I want to default to saying he's also just crouching, but like that's two of the exact same pose at the same time, and that kind of makes it like I don't
Well,
want.
it might be interesting to have uh, you and Gallade in the same pose,
Okay,
like like he's imitating you or something.
yeah. If you think it'll look good, that'd be great. Yeah, because that was just like my first instinct.
Let me let me get this again. Go to the front. Okay, I have to hide all the rest so I can do it again.
And then we could have like he has the one arm down like in the pose, and then he has the opposite arm like extended with the sword elbow thing. Kind of like he's almost ready to strike from a crouching pose.
Sure. Good enough. For
Yeah, cast form heightened Pokemon's a fun thing to play with. If you ever took like a tape measure and like visualized how tall Pokemon are, it is crazy.
all right, Blastoise, where do you fit?
Oh. We got someone saying to like have Blastoise leaned up against Gudra,
Everyone's leaning up against Gudra in these suggestions.
right? Like, but I don't want to have like Gudra just dogpiled on.
That's why it's sad.
Oh, um, what could Blastoise be doing? Maybe he's like on all fours with his like cannons primed.
It's a giant Blastoise that they are all standing on.
It's the World Blastoise.
Exactly. It's like a lion turtle. Yeah, I'll just draw a giant Blastoise head behind
Not
everyone.
even, you just have to draw like the landscape is just Blastoise's shell, so it's just essentially a flat line with some patterns.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because yeah, no, if you look at that lion turtle scene, man, Aang's in that little spot in that forest, and it doesn't even look like he's on a shell.
Mm-hmm.
You think they're gonna do anything wild like that in the live action series they're making?
I don't know, man. I'm gonna just like wait and see with that series.
Honestly, yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic, but I don't have any major expectations.
You didn't know until recently that the original creators had stepped away from it, right?
Yeah, no, I only found that out very recently, like when we were talking about it on the server the other day.
Right. Yeah. It seemed so promising at first, and then the creative differences or whatever, and it's just like, well.
It is hope for the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go grab a soda real fast.
Where does this Blastoise fit? The Pokedex, or in this case, the Laventon, does say Hisuian Gudra is clingy. Probably loves everyone around it. Fair enough.
There goes Dad says we can get it figured out Monday, so we just gotta make a few calls. I was like, okay. Hopefully that'll be case, but they're in. Well, what I'm gonna do is I probably just turn myself in because it's gonna be harder for everything.
I'm gonna look up some other Blastoise reference images. Maybe there will be something that inspires me.
So, sorry, what was that?
I'm just gonna look at some other Blastoise reference images, and maybe there will be something that inspires me.
I see. See if I can find anything cool.
I should draw the Blastoise from Pokemon Smile.
I'm sorry, what? What does that one look like? Oh, okay, that actually, I do love it. It is so fucking stupid. I love it.
It's just there, you know?
Yeah, he's just big
just a happy dude.
Oh, that's actually wonderful. That is great. But let's see, what else? What other options are there?
Wait, you want other options?
I feel like we should like just expand our horizons just a hair. Just a hair. Feel like it doesn't quite fit with the vibe.
What do you mean? Everyone is just crouching and lying down. Blastoise is just vibing.
He do be vibing though. He do be vibing.
It's not like I'm gonna like literally just draw the Blastoise exactly as it is.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you right. You right.
Okay, this is your commission. You get no say in this. I'm drawing it.
Oh. I'm just scrolling through Google Images for Blastoise, and some of these are like, they're fucking cool, but would not work as like great references for what we're trying to do.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of the problem sometimes.
What the fuck is this? I'm sorry. I think this is just a YouTube thumbnail, but I'm sending this to you real fast because it is. What the fuck is this? I'm gonna put it in Pokemon art because that's what this is.
Intriguing.
I don't know if this is like
from Snap.
Is that that's not actually a thing from Snap?
I think so.
Like,
I've seen it before. That's all I can say. I don't think I saw it like in game in Snap because I didn't play Snap that much. But
okay.
Charon, you can confirm.
Yeah, now I have to reverse image search. Yeah, Karen, look at Pokemon art and tell us if that's actually from Snap or if that's someone's source filmmaker edit.
Wispy, if we're doing this pose for you, what are you wearing?
Khakis.
Khakis?
She sounds hideous. I'm sorry, I saw the opportunity and I had to take it. The Jake from State Farm meme.
Oh, I'm not familiar with it.
You're not familiar with Jake from State Farm?
No, that went right over my head.
So someone watching this caught my joke, I bet you.
I'm sure. It just wasn't me.
But no, blue jeans, my normal go-to is like a white undershirt with like a red button up over it, but like open.
Okay.
And then I think we're gonna go with no hat because I want to show off the hair. I like the hair.
Where's your face again?
Oh, apparently that Blastoise is a very tough late game thing you can make happen in New Snap.
Cool.
So Hey, see, there were two people in chat that got my reference. Thank
Oh,
you,
I'm sure.
people.
Yeah, the fact that I didn't get it doesn't mean that it's a bad joke or anything like that.
Yeah, no, it was an old insurance commercial, and the agent was like Jake from State Farm, and they were like advertising that you could call them at any time of day. And so the commercial was like this guy, he was calling him in the middle of the night, and his wife comes out. He's like, "Who are you talking to?" Like thinking he's on the phone with like an affair or something, you
Hmm.
know. And she's like, "What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?" And he's like, khakis."
I see.
That's the entire joke.
Okay. Well, I'm glad someone else got it. This whole thing is gonna need a lot of work.
It looks fine.
It looks like it's gonna need a lot of work.
I should probably mute myself while I do that. Sorry.
Try not to die on stream, Wispy.
I mean, at least not on yours.
Well, I don't know. It could be good content.
So someone watermarks a liveleak.com logo over the stream.
Well, okay. I'm gonna take that back. Not good content, but popular content.
And see, what more could you ask for?
Besides popular content.
Exactly.
I don't know. I would prefer for people to be here because they actually like the content and not just because Patron dies on stream. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too old school or something.
No, no, yeah, yeah. Uh, over here sounding like General Grievous.
What else is new?
That's true, though. At least I'm not going all robot this time.
Castform says don't become ghost type. Don't become the Wisp from Animal Crossing.
Right?
Is that okay? Is that
Yeah,
something? Can I get you to commit to that?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
I don't like the Wisp from Animal Crossing anyways.
Oh, how come?
I like his design, but like the way his like text is written, it like seems very like whiny to me. But I also may be misremembering from because it's been like over a year since I played Animal Crossing. Like I remember Wisp was like in New Horizons, he would like have you go find like pieces of himself.
Mm-hmm.
And like I just remember his dialogue doing that to be very mid and whiny. I also preferred him more in New Leaf because you could use him to bring Legend of Zelda villagers into your town, and it was great.
I've only played New Horizons, so I have no point of comparison. But
I recommend going back and playing New Leaf. New Leaf is really good, especially with the like you don't get like the same level of town customization you get in New Horizons, obviously, but like the stuff you can do, the stuff you can customize is still really cool.
I don't think Animal Crossing is for me, like long term. Like as a everyone is playing it during the pandemic and it's fun.
Oh yeah,
Game. Sure. As a game I go back to? Probably not. I haven't touched it in I don't know, 2 years.
No, yeah, no, 100% same. I'm not saying like commit to it for like a year, but like it's fun to fuck around with for like, 3 weeks, picking it up once a day for like 2 hours. Then it gets old and you don't play Animal Crossing again for another 2 years. Till you forget how much of an obscene grind everything is for no reason.
Well, the reason is that it wants to be a real time game, right?
Well, yeah, but like there's some things they lock behind the timers that's like this timer could be shorter.
I see.
Or like certain paywalls. Certain paywalls are also really like high for no real reason other than just to make the game last longer. At least that's my opinion, and you know how bad my takes can be.
Yes. How I know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask anyway. How much do you care about these Pokemon being like on model?
Yeah, you know the answer to that.
All right. I gotta count how many points this fire has.
No, yeah, it don't matter. Whatever looks nice.
I mean, there's the matter of making it look nice, but also just a matter of time as well. Like
Yeah,
if
like
I
nice within our constraints.
if I can simplify it a little bit here and there,
Exactly.
pull a Pokemon Smile on some of them.
Yeah, exactly. But I love little Vibin Blastoise up there. He's great. I'm gonna animate a little GIF of him dancing and make that one of my stream alerts.
Sounds good. Does Pokemon Smile only have Gen 1 Pokemon?
That's a good ass question.
Because they did have really charming art.
Pokemon Smile. This is just the actual. This doesn't give me the information I want. Where's like the Bulbapedia article on this game?
To answer your question, Sharon, not everyone lost, but my team did. So there you go. If that's what you wanted, yeah, you got it.
Excuse me.
We did not play well today.
Oh, so they did add beyond Gen 1 Pokemon to Pokemon Smile.
Sorry, say that again?
They did add Pokemon outside of Gen 1.
Oh, that's cool.
Initially, only Pokemon from Generation 1 were available, but the 1.1.1 update or 1.1.0 update released in November 2021 added Smeargle, Ludicolo, Mime Jr., and Dedenne. And then on June 2nd, the 2.0 update added the remaining Pokemon from Generation 2. So everything from Gens 1 and 2, Ludicolo, Mime Jr., and Dedenne.
Interesting roster.
Yes. But that also means there's a Quilava from Pokemon Smile. And I need to see that.
That's the one that matters to you.
Yes, it is. I'm disappointed.
You're disappointed in the Quilava?
I mean, it's Quilava. Of course, it's going to be cute, but like it's disappointing compared to vibing Blastoise.
I see.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna send and put it in Pokemon art. Well, yeah, it's not bad because it's Quilava. It can't be bad, but
Oh, it's pretty cute.
it is pretty cute. But it's nothing compared to the boy, Karen. Fucking Akari emo. No, yeah, no, he is. He's definitely cute, but like, it's not. That's not the boy. No, my favorite Quilava art is the one from Crystal.
The sprite? Or
Yeah, the actual sprite. Yeah.
Yeah. Pachi, I haven't done a lot of streams recently. I mean, I've been doing the new 151 streams pretty regularly, but the additional art streams haven't quite been that regular. I actually can't remember why I didn't do one last month in August, because I think I didn't do it because I don't remember what I did. So I must not have done one.
Yeah, I don't remember when I. Unless it was it a no, it wasn't a regional variant stream because you would have put shorts out.
Yeah, I did. I did the patron commissions at the end of July, but I must have not done one in August. And then right now, this is technically the September one.
Yeah.
Remember when I played Pinball RS? Of course I remember. And of course you remember. I am going to do more game streams, but they won't be Pokemon games.
Yeah. When's that Tunic stream coming?
In 2 weeks.
So, shit!
So today, obviously, we're doing art stream. And then next Saturday, I've got a video coming out. But then the week after, that's Tunic. So for those who may not have heard yet, I'm gonna use a stream slot every month now to just kind of try new games that I haven't tried before that seem interesting. So the first one that I'm doing is Tunic, that just came out for the Switch, but it's been out for, what was it, PC before?
Yeah, it's been out for PC for a while.
Um, but from what I've seen, from my understanding, it is basically Zelda, except that you're a fox.
Yeah, yeah. It's without spoiling anything, it's Zelda with your fox, and the combat is a bit more challenging than you might be expecting. So be ready for that.
Okay.
Because it takes cues from like Dark Souls style combat, where like you have a dodge roll and like you enemy attacks are very readable and you can parry things and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like but the barrier to entry is very low, so it's like it's like it's easy to get a hold of, but it's challenging to master.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So the idea is to just try one game a month, and it'll be like a pretty long stream. So probably, you know, depending on how much I'm enjoying myself, but it'll be like 4 to 8 hours, kind of thing, and then if I like the game, I'm just gonna keep playing it on my own time, and then the following month it'll be a different game. So, because I don't play a lot of games, I don't play a lot of variety of games. I mostly just play Pokemon and Zelda. So I wanna study games a little bit more, but should be fun.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited to see your opinion on some of the games that were suggested. Aside from Tunic, but you know.
Aside from wait, are you not interested in me playing Tunic? Maybe I should play something else.
Hold on, I'm not saying that. I'm saying aside from the obvious is all I'm saying. No, let's not. No, we're not going that far.
I don't know. I mean, you're the one who suggested it, but if you're not that interested, maybe I should pick a different game.
No, I didn't say that. That's not the words that came out of my mouth. All I meant is, aside from the obvious, there are some really good games there that I'm really interested to see your opinions on.
Very well.
But also, I saw the rough concepts you put up today. Those were that seems really interesting, and like I could see it going one of two ways. I don't think you've played Final Fantasy X, right?
I have not, but tell me that in the server.
Yeah.
Because I've mentioned that I have a game idea.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to discuss my game idea out in public. Not quite yet.
Okay, yeah, no, understandable. All right, I'll bring it up later. I'm gonna jot that down so I don't forget it, though. Where's my
but I do want to hear everyone who's in the server. I want to hear what your thoughts are, like positive or negative, whatever. I want to know. I think probably most people who are here at the moment probably know this by now, but we do have a community Discord for patrons and channel members and such. So if you become a patron or a channel member at any level, you can join the server and share all kinds of stuff there. Occasionally, like ask for feedback on stuff and well, talking about my game idea.
And it's totally not a cult.
Totally not. I don't know why Wispy even felt the need to say that, because it's so not a cult that there's no reason you would think that it could be.
Exactly.
Wink.
Nudge, nudge. I just saw you do the actual wink at the camera. Oh.
I mean, I didn't really wink at the camera. I just looked at the camera and said wink. But
Well, still, it just came in. Ooh, Mega Man is a lot of
I
fun.
was actually planning on doing the exact same thing. I plan on expanding my Horizon stuff I had in mind were Mega Man 11 and DK Tropical Freeze. Those are not on my list. My list is a lot of indie games.
But you should actually add Mega Man X to that list because that is a very well designed platformer.
All right. The list is already very long, so
I understand. It could be bottom of the list because that's such a mainstream game. Like you can kind of get through osmosis a lot of the stuff I would want to show you about it. You know,
right. No, I'm perfectly okay with playing mainstream games. It's just I will. What I'm planning on doing is that once I play Tunic and looking at the next one, I'm gonna pick whatever a handful of games that are on the list that I seem more interested in playing that seem the most different from Tunic.
Okay.
And those will be I'll put those as a poll, and then whatever gets picked for that poll for the following time, I will look at whatever seems the most different that I want to play, kind of thing. So
okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. So something with like a different atmosphere, different tone, different gameplay, different genre entirely, even.
yeah, mostly looking at different gameplay and genre.
Oh yeah.
To try to get the most variety from month to month.
Mario Kart stream win.
Okay, I do have some requirements. They need to be games that can inform my own process, and party games, racing games, strictly puzzle games are not going to make the cut. Sorry. Games that have puzzles are fine, but like
Games that not like Tetris.
yeah, not like Tetris or I'm playing Baba Is You.
Oh yeah.
I heard about it a long time ago, but like nobody who was raving about it about the game had like talked about what the game is actually like, and then some time ago I was about to watch the video from Game Maker's Toolkit about it, and he gives the like rundown of what the game is actually like, and then he says, if that seems interesting to you, stop the video now and go play it. And I was like, fine.
So have you been enjoying it then?
I am enjoying it. Yeah, it's challenging.
Yeah,
but it's very interesting.
it's all like logic puzzles, right? I haven't actually played it myself.
Yeah, so it's like it's like a block pusher puzzle, but like part of what you can push is the game instructions. So for example, like wall is stop. It's like one of the ways that's constructed. So like you cannot pass through a wall.
Yeah.
But if you push that instruction, like if you break it apart, then you can walk through walls.
Okay.
So a lot of the puzzles are like about pushing things in the right way so that it'll, all so that you can make the path towards the flag or whatever is the win condition.
But also manipulating the rules to make that win condition whatever's possible.
Exactly. So like that is a game that is very interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. But it also I don't see how it would inform my own like game design preferences. So I have no reason to play a game like that like on stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure many people know that you can play the DLC tracks for free on the online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Mario Kart 8, yeah, you can play all the DLC tracks for free online if you're like doing like the multiplayer matches and shit.
I haven't had honestly any interest in Mario Kart.
I'll pick it up once every couple of months if I want to hate myself for 10 to 15 minutes.
I have played it, but like I have no interest in like buying it for myself.
Well, yeah, no, that makes sense. It's, you know, not really a rich, fulfilling single player experience.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I could play it online, but it just didn't capture my interest like that.
Yeah, makes sense. I'm guessing it's probably thought the same about Smash.
Yes.
You know, I really enjoy Smash. I have not played any of the Ultimate DLC. Like I haven't gotten any of the Ultimate DLC stuff.
Yeah.
But I do really like Smash. I just I think that Ultimate was just missing the single player experience or the really good single player experience.
Oh, definitely.
Like even before like when I don't what was it, Subspace Emissary, that was really good. I really enjoyed playing that on my own. But even when you didn't have something quite like that, having like the challenges and such that you could like get trophies for, trophy collection, I'm all for it. The like spirits that replace the trophies in Ultimate,
Yeah, pretty mid.
yeah. So if Ultimate had trophy collection, I'd probably still be playing it.
That makes sense. The stickers. I mean, that's basically what they are.
That's basically what they are. Yeah.
The spirits are they're fine in my opinion, at least. Like they're fine. They're not great. They're not good.
Yeah.
But like, it's not fun to collect them. But like,
no, I loved seeing the trophies like on the table.
Yeah.
And then you know your collection would grow. Oh.
I love Brawl's photo mode where you could like pose them and like move them around and shit.
I don't remember that, but I never.
Yeah.
I don't think I had Brawl.
Subspace Emissary.
Yeah, no, I've played it, but I don't know if I had it.
Ah, yeah, no.
Or if I just borrowed it and like played with friends.
Yeah, in the trophy gallery for Brawl, you could make like a little photo mode. It gave you like a bunch of different backdrops you could use that were like different moments from Subspace Emissary or different stages and shit. And you could just like you couldn't like.
I do have it. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember buying like the one for Wii U and for 3DS. That
Yeah.
I like specifically remember having and playing with friends as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I bought Brawl for myself at some point.
I just have a homebrew Wii. So
Homebrew Wii
like how you hacked your 3DS. I gotta
right.
hack.
Yeah. Same kind of deal.
Yeah. It's actually a lot easier on the Wii.
Oh, interesting.
Well, it's easier to like get homebrew on the Wii, but utilizing a lot of it, specifically like launching games from a USB, like that's a pain in the ass.
Hmm.
Whereas like with stuff like 3DS, like launching games off your SD card on 3DS is simple.
Right.
That's actually how I played Fire Emblem Fates. That was a lot of fun. I guess you see some My Hero Academia just came out. Cool. I'm very excited. I wasn't expecting it yet. That's something.
Sorry, what just came out?
The new season of My Hero Academia. That's gonna be good.
I haven't watched that show.
I
Heard a
recommend
lot about it because people on Twitter seem to love it, but I have not watched it.
It's you know, it's your quintessential, you know, shonen battle anime, but I mean,
I haven't been since the released Dragon Ball Z back when I was like, I don't know how young.
yeah, it's just a new age Dragon Ball. It's better writing than Dragon Ball.
Ah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball's well written, but you know, it is better.
Dragon Ball is not more better.
That's not what I said.
You see, something was more well written.
I said Dragon Ball was well written. I said My Hero was better.
Oh, it is. You be sitting there.
Pay attention before you clap back at me, then.
You be sitting there like, oh, every turn. Even scenes where it gets you crying.
Exactly. Oh, this is looking so good.
I skipped Miss Magus somewhere. Where is Miss Magus? There it is. But yeah, it's coming along.
Heard a rumor that criticizing anime will make an anime show up within anime fans show up within 5 seconds. And then here comes Daniel. That's funny.
I need to ask Courtney what was the name of the anime that she recommended to me the other day.
There's one I saw recently that's being released on Toonami. It's called like Block C or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
It seems really interesting. You know, Toonami's has some other stuff. It's gonna be pretty decent.
That's debatable.
I mean, Space Dandy was good.
Yeah, but they also ran Sword Art Online on Toonami,
Yeah, but it was the original Sword Art.
which
And that was decent, you have to admit.
the first 12 episodes were decent.
And where he actually frees the girl, I was happy. That could have ended right there. It continued. As soon as he saved the girl from the second season, it was good. As soon as he escaped from the game, the girl should have been free.
They should have just stopped it after 12 episodes. We would have been fine. Anything bad about Naruto 3 times in front of a mirror folk?
The plot bad about Naruto, and I would know. I sat through it all, I watched it all. Its filler arcs are almost as bad as Dragon Ball Z, but not quite as
No,
bad.
they're
as One
nowhere
Piece.
close as bad as Dragon. I mean, Dragon Ball's filler arcs are self-contained within maybe 5 episodes. Naruto has 300 episode arcs of filler. Or like, I know like the gap between the last 3 episodes is like 100 and something episodes of filler.
Actually, that wasn't much filler. The filler that you get most of the time is like what it's trying to do is make you build a connection with the other teams. So like get sidetracked during something and make you like take a look at how this other team is doing rather than the main trio. And you know, that's nice, but I'm not about all that shit. About getting the story done as fast as possible.
So Daniel, as usual, is not talking loud enough for me to hear him properly. But hi, Daniel.
Hi.
Yeah, no, he's just over here ranting about anime.
Okay, that much I was able to get.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching a soccer anime. I don't even like soccer. I like it. Okay. I need to watch my link. Didn't say nothing cheap on it, did I? Lucky boy, get your face all up in there.
Yeah.
It's because that's your blacklist.
It's the whole thing is mine. The whole thing he's working. Yeah, it's the whole thing he's working on.
You should saw your favorites or your actual team when you
I'll explain later.
we all know Bulbasaur's the best.
Yeah, cast form. The Pokemon anime should have ended at like Gen 3. Hot take.
I see why they kept it going because it was still very popular among the youth and still kind of is. So they just wanted to keep releasing it for the kids. I just don't like the way they did it. Why are you gonna keep Ash stuck as like 13 the whole time?
He's not. He's still 10.
Sorry, whatever age he is. I haven't seen the Pokemon anime since the first season, so. Don't get me wrong, the movies are bangers most of the time.
This looks really good.
I'm glad you're liking it, because I think the saving grace is that it's going to be there's going to be a lot going on, so it's going to be hard to see where all the flaws are.
I mean, I don't really see what flaws you're referring to, but
Exactly. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they're not there, but it's important that you can't see them. I have enjoyed the Pokemon anime. Like, it's not particularly good, but it's enjoyable, as a Pokemon fan at least. But, like, a lot of the reason, or a lot of the way that I enjoy it, is Indigo and I, like, yelling about how terrible it is. Like, all the bad choices that Ash makes and all that kind of stuff.
I myself love the Pokemon anime when it has nothing to do with Ash.
I like Brock.
Like all the little bits they do that are like, you know, going over like side characters that you never really get to see that often, and like other parts of the Pokemon world that like aren't having to do anything with the main story. That's what I love about the Pokemon anime.
Right.
When I was a kid, I got so into the Pokemon anime that I made my favorite Pokemon from the anime. So, like, my favorite Pokemon was Onix. And imagine my disappointment when I hopped into a Pokemon game and realized that Onix was utter trash.
then I had no friends back then, so I also didn't know that the Steelix even existed.
I mean, to be fair, Steelix didn't exist at first, so
I mean, in the generation I'm playing, I think he might have. I was playing Emeralds, so
Yeah, he existed in Emerald. He would have ran into a couple of trainers who had him in Emerald too.
yeah. So
oh yeah, in Emerald, in Emerald you might actually encounter it. Like Ruby and Sapphire, you probably wouldn't, but in Emerald, I think you would.
Yeah, no, you're like not. I won't say guaranteed to like at least one trainer in Emerald has a as a Steelix. I'm pretty sure. Karen, confirm. Is there a Pokemon trainer in Emerald with the Steelix? You'll know this.
and if so, is there a way I could become Team Rocket and steal it from him?
I mean, you can always just get the one from like the GameCube games and trade it over.
Ah, yeah. I did have a GameCube back then too. I probably could have done that if I knew that thing existed.
If no NPC has it, then the Battle Factory has it. Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember running up against the Steelix. I just remember getting the Pokemon card and having friends talk about it. But like, none of my friends would actually trade with me because we didn't know how to do it back then. We just had the forwards and stuff.
All right, I think that's everyone now.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I gotta move Ms. Magus and Blastoise around a little bit.
Oh, hey, Freebird.
Hey, Freebird. Yes, so I have to move Blastoise a little bit. Oops. I can move Miss Magus back a bit. And I can move Gallade forward a bit. Okay, that should do.
Yeah.
I remember the Butterfree episode when he releases Butterfree in order for him to go and be with his girlfriend. That made me cry.
Bye Bye Butterfree is one of the classic make you cry episodes. So
I will. Yeah, that is fair. I'll give it that.
Yeah, because I only had them on like VHS tape videos I did watch. So I had the original one where he first catches the Cataphree, and then the one where he evolves into the Metapod as well, and then the one where he releases him. I don't know how consecutively involved those episodes were.
Yeah, no,
those three in particular.
I mean, the first two are like 3 episodes apart, something like that.
Yeah,
right.
And Bye Bye Butterfree is not that far behind.
Yeah, I thought it was like a good 5 or 6 episodes later.
It is the Caterpie arc is pretty tight.
I also didn't remember that Pikachu absolutely hated Ash at first. There's also theories that Pikachu that hated Ash switched out with another Pikachu.
I actually do like that theory where Ash's Pikachu gets swapped with one of the Pikachus that gets let loose in the Viridian City Pokemon Center. And that's why Huh?
What is that theory?
Yeah, so it's in the episode, it's like the second or third episode when Team Rocket's attacking the Viridian City Pokemon Center, and there's a fuckload of Pikachu that are all let loose, and Ash's Pikachu gets mixed up in with them, and then afterwards, Ash takes a Pikachu with him. It's unclear whether or not it's actually his Pikachu he got from Professor Oak or not. And that's, kind of a justification as to why it never goes back in its Pokeball that Ash still has, because it's not actually its original Pokeball.
I mean, he never goes into his Pokeball in the first place, but...
Well, yeah. But,
right.
it's like a, it's because Pikachu has, a drastic mood shift after that episode in particular.
Yeah, he went from hating Ash to be okay, this kid all right.
But, you could also explain that as just, he saved him from a massive flock of angry Spearow.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get myself some water, and then I think I can do the outlines. And
okay.
I have a few things that I need to fix, but I think I can just fix that by doing the outlines.
Okay. Yeah.
Does the composition look good to you? Anything stand out to you that I should do differently?
No, yeah. No, I like it. I think it looks good. I think it's ready for outlines. So, yeah. Yeah, no, the theory's definitely very flimsy, but, it's just a fun little bit of headcanon.
It's just a theory. A game theory. He has the Butterfree arc only 5 episodes.
Oh, it's 3 episodes split between the first 23 or something like that. They're 21. Bye Bye Butterfree was the 21st episode of the anime. So it's episodes 3 and 4, and then it jumped straight to 21.
But by that point, him and Pikachu were actually really good friends. So apparently I missed actually quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to sit through the Pokemon anime, but when I try to watch through it, it just seems so much dumber than I remember.
Well, yeah, because it's a show made for young Japanese children in the mid-90s.
Stuff I can't find. It's a sub version. And I feel it might be more tolerable if I can't actually hear the annoying voice in English.
I mean, the sub version might be better, but also how about just not, and we'll watch Pokemon Origins, which is a much better OVA. It's only 4 episodes, and we can watch it subbed. Exactly, so we're good.
All of the Pokemon miniseries are really good.
They are. That was like Twilight Wings was really good. It's a YouTube miniseries that was going on for a while. I think it's still going. When they did the Generations miniseries, that was also really good.
Yeah, I don't think there are any miniseries that are still ongoing.
No, they quit doing Twilight Wings.
Yeah, no, Twilight Wings finished.
Oh, I wasn't aware.
How does Ash keep going through a bunch of different regions, but always manages to keep with Pikachu, but has to leave the rest of his Pokemon?
He just chooses to.
Huh.
Yeah, he just drops them off and says, "Okay, see you guys later."
I thought like he wasn't allowed to take them or something.
No.
And I was like, why is he allowed to keep the Pikachu?
No, because he still brings old Pokemon back from time to time. Like he with the black and white art of the anime, he had his Charizard for a while. He had his Apom at the beginning of the Diamond and Pearl arc that he ended up trading to Dawn.
See, that was actually one of the ones I hated the most, was the one with Dawn in it.
Eh.
Didn't like that one.
Because Jolteon can learn Double Kick. And almost every ground type Giovanni uses is also a rock type, or it's Nidoking.
What are you responding to?
Oh, cast form in the chat.
Why would Red bring Jolteon to Giovanni? Oh, yeah. Also, I think, like, immunities aren't always a thing.
Oh yeah, in the anime, definitely. Like, immunities work 100% differently in the anime.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he literally shot the Geodude to death.
No,
Well, to face.
no, the sprinklers were on.
yeah.
Oh, really?
That's actually a plot point in that episode, is they set off the sprinklers in the gym. Like, the emergency fire sprinklers in the gym get set off, and that's what lets Pikachu win.
But then, like, he consistently always shots Onyx to death, too. Who should be immune.
Not really. Never really happens again, because they're never really in that situation. They do pay slightly more attention to it after that, but, like, not really.
No, Pikachu defeats Blaine's Rhydon by attacking its horn.
Yeah. Yep, the horn.
What the horns?
So
No, the horn is actually literally a lightning rod. That's its ability in later generations. So that would have literally done nothing.
no, but like lightning rod doesn't make you vulnerable to damage. It actually means you don't take damage. So
Exactly it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have done nothing.
yeah. So it's not just the sprinklers.
Didn't he use a couple of grass types to compete or some fire types, too, for like a couple episodes?
Don't know. I have no clue. It has been a solid 5 or 6 years since I last watched the Pokemon anime.
For scientific reasons, Jeremy, we should rewatch it.
How about we don't and say we did?
We don't have enough knowledge to do that. I want to see where he gets his magic heart from.
Who?
Ash, I'm pretty sure he gets one at some point, right?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I thought he has a Gyarados at some point.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Huh. So even Ash said, fuck you to a magic card, huh?
I mean, one gets sold to James of Team Rocket.
I said for that episode.
I don't remember the main party ever getting a Gyarados.
I thought they just capture a random magic card at some point. But
You know, Libris, did the main party ever get a Gyarados?
Well, Misty has one, but it happens off screen.
Okay, so Misty got one off screen.
and like I know that she has it by like the Sun and Moon arc. I don't think she has it any earlier than that.
Oh yeah, because I think I saw that episode of Sun and Moon when they went back to, yeah.
Misty said, I spent some training on this useless Pokemon, and it became this beast.
No, knowing Misty, she just went out and caught a Gyarados. Like that, she wouldn't bother with a Magikarp. She would just go and catch a Gyarados.
You know, funny enough, Staryu and Starmie was one of my favorite Pokemon from the anime.
Those are nice.
Too bad they were not as popular. I remember them being to me.
Wispy, watch the Kartana episode from Gen 7. Oh god. Oh god. Are you telling me this ironically, or should I actually watch it?
I think Charon actually likes it.
There's an episode dedicated to Misty and Gyarados in Chronicles. Chronicles was really good. I remember watching Chronicles as a kid.
Chronicles. What was Chronicles? Which one is that?
That was like a little anthology series that like had like there was an episode about gold and a Raikou, and there was one that was I forget what a bunch of the rest of them were, but I remember enjoying the series. It's serialized around I think the end of Gen 3, beginning of Gen 4. Or end of Gen 2, beginning of Gen 3 maybe.
I must have seen it, but I don't remember that. Well, if it was Gen 2 to Gen 3, I must have seen it. Because I stopped watching the anime in the advanced generation, so.
Pokemon Chronicles 2002 to 2004. So, yeah, I think that's Gen 2 to Gen 3. Sounds about right.
Yeah. So, I must have seen it. I guess I'll have to wait for Ace Trainer Liam to get there with WTF moments, and then maybe I'll remember.
What about Ace Trainer Liam? What's he doing?
WTF moments?
Is that I don't actually watch Ace Trainer Liam. Is that a series he's got going on?
Yeah, so it's he's been doing it for a while now, but he watches back the old episodes and comments on all the stupid shit in them.
You know, that's probably gonna be fucking hilarious.
I really like Liam. I don't like watch his streams and his Let's Plays that much, but I do think he's very funny.
I looked up I just looked up on YouTube Ace Trainer Liam WTF moments, and the first video was boobs in the thumbnail.
Yeah, makes sense.
It has nothing to do with WTF moments, anyways. It's just I think it's 6 days ago his latest video or something like that.
I mean, I don't know what video you're looking at, but it's not like the Pokemon anime hasn't had boobs in it. And
I'm not judging. I just think it's funny. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, but like if the Pokemon anime did something to do with boobs, he'd put it in the thumbnail for sure.
Yeah, he's actually going through every single episode in order. That is wild.
And the movies as well.
What are these only cap out at like 15-20 minutes each? Okay, shit, I might start binge watching this.
Yeah, Indigo and I watch them regularly, so.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Looks entertaining for sure. Was the one with Brock's mom the one where like she ends up, or no? I'm thinking of the one with like Brock's dad, where he ends up dating Misty's mom. I swear I saw something about that in the official anime at some point.
I do not remember that at all.
Yeah, yeah, I swear on everything.
I believe you. I just don't remember that at all.
It is a thing. I found it. Or is it not Misty's mom and I'm just misremembering the plot point because she uses water type Pokemon? I think that's exactly it. It's not actually Misty's mom.
Misty's mom has got it going on.
Apparently. Yeah, no, she just uses a bunch of water types.
Okay, so it's a random water type trainer that you, for some reason, decided was Misty's mom.
Oh, she has red hair.
Oh, okay. So it kind of looks like Misty, too.
And, it's like as much as you can assume with, anime anyways. And me being, a child at that point. Just making assumptions based off visual details.
Hey, if Pokemon wants us to be like, oh yeah, these characters are related because they have the same hairstyle in Legends, why not in everything else?
That's true. There's also the fact that Brock's dad literally is just Brock, but older. That's right, Castform. Water and red hair is a Misty relationship. Has to be at some point.
I mean, that's literally the Legends logic, so...
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, he's just reinforcing it. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go grab something out of my car. As soon as I figure out where I put my car.
Quick, everyone, what should we sneak into the drawing without Wispy knowing? Sneak Mimikyu into the drawing? I mean, that would be on brand for my channel anyway. Sneak in a Dynamo. It's got to be something that Wispy, like, I don't know, doesn't like, or you gotta prank him. What's supposed to be behind Gudra's thing there? Gudra's hair. I don't know what to call it. Replace Typhlosion with Simisear. Okay, I think that's literally nothing. That is actually a gap there. So I should find something to fill it with. Even if it's just
So what are we sneaking in?
no. What makes you think we're sneaking anything in?
Because I could hear you guys the entire time I was looking for my car key.
I don't know what you're talking about. Abort! What was the Wisp thing earlier that Wispy didn't like? Okay, yeah, that would be something. Replace Wispy with Wisp from Animal Crossing.
Exactly. Perfect.
He'll never notice.
Replace Typhlosion with Simisear. Joke's on you. I like Simisear.
No, I think the joke's on you. You're not supposed to like Simisear.
Okay, I don't like Simisear visually, but I did a Wonder Trade Nuzlocke of X and Y a few years back, and the Simisear actually carried me up to the Elite Four. So I have a sentimental attachment to Simisear.
I see. All right, that hand is going to stay poorly drawn.
It's fine. It looks fine.
No, it doesn't. Maybe I can make it so that your hand is like resting on the Typhlosion.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help it look a little bit better. Yeah, that does look a little better.
Oh yeah, no, those trades were trash when I did that. I was getting nothing but like baby Pokemon when I was all the way in like the 6th gym, and I just didn't have the time or patience to grind them out.
But you made it all the way anyway?
Yeah, I made it on the back of a Simisear. It was if I remember correctly, it was a Simisear. It was a Luminion, and I think a Skarmory were like the 3 that I was rotating out that were like carrying me that entire time.
It wasn't a Nuzlocke, was it?
It was the Wonder Trade Nuzlocke.
Oof.
Yeah. And I was just getting bad trade after bad trade. And the few good trades I kept on getting crit. So I'm just like, fuck.
I think I will be reasonably satisfied with the way this looks in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Reasonably. Not unreasonably satisfied.
Do these guys have nicknames? Most of them do. Actually, I think all of them do. So, give me a second. I have food in my mouth. Sorry. So, my Typhlosions are almost exclusively called Quill, except for Hisuian Typhlosion, which I
It's
gave it a
called
different
lava.
nickname in Arceus, but I don't have that in front of me, and I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. I think it was Cinder with a Y is what I ended up naming it. And then Blastoise I end up calling Troopa, like a Koopa Troopa. Galahad the Gallade. Depending on the gender, Miss Magius will either be named Merlin or LaFay.
Cool.
And then I didn't actually end up coming with a name ever for Hisuian Gutra, just because I don't think Gutra is a great name. I love how it sounds, and it doesn't need a different one.
Cool.
And then I always end up calling my Staraptors like Ace or something to that effect, just because my nicknames aren't great for bird Pokemon.
That does sound like a classic Staravia name.
Yep. My Switch is in my dock in my living room right now, or else I would go grab it and just check what Typhlosion's nickname is.
We can wait.
I mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, all right, well, Wispy left, so stream's over. Bye, everyone.
I know. I keep stepping up. But yeah, I'll go grab it real fast. I'll be right back.
All right, well, I guess Wispy left, so stream's over. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Charlie. This is literally my first time ever drawing like a trainer like group photo kind of deal. So, I'm pretty satisfied with how it's turning out.
I have returned with the Switch.
Oh, well, I guess now Wispy's back, so we don't have to end the stream quite yet.
Oh, yep. No, I'm sorry, guys. We're stuck here for a few more minutes.
All right, what's the nickname?
Give me 1 second, because I gotta hop off my alternate account and reopen my main. Because I had my Switch in sleep mode, playing my alternate save I was telling you about.
Yeah. What are the chances it's going to be a super disappointing name, and we all are going to wish that you hadn't gone to get your Switch?
Likely. Because if I'm right, it was something super basic. I know I changed it from Quill after it evolved into Hisuian Typhlosion because it didn't fit anymore.
I don't know. I feel like it still fits about the same, but
It does still fit, but I wanted to come up with something more unique because it was my first Hisuian Typhlosion.
yeah, fair
I
enough.
named him Omen. Because I think there's something in their Pokedex entries about them being like an omen.
Omen.
So yes, that is Hisuian Typhlosion's nickname is Omen. I want to check its Pokedex entry and see. Okay, so it's the Pokedex says it's said to purify lost Forsaken souls. So I guess I meant it as like it's a good omen.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You can have good omens as well as bad ones.
exactly.
And just because it's a ghost type doesn't mean it's a bad omen.
Exactly. Part of me wishes they would have gone all in with the Hisuian forms of the starters and made the whole lines resemble them.
Just make regional forms for the whole line.
Yeah. Because I mean, there's nothing wrong with their regular designs for the regular forms for being the starters, but I just felt like at least with like their middle stages, it would have been a better transition to have like a regional, Dartrix, Quilava, and Duat.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have much of a preference in that regard, but I can see it. All right. Well, Blastoise looks a little wonky, I think, but
Just a little. Maybe if you like took the far left shoulder and like brought it out on its chin a little bit. Like it just like extended its neck kind of.
so, left shoulder.
Not like it's left, but like how we're looking at it. Like the far left line.
Like make it connect a little bit higher up, you mean?
Yeah.
It'll probably also help if I like draw the arm in a different pose.
Possibly. Maybe have that arm a little higher up too. Or like extended out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. That already looks a lot better.
Okay. Yeah, that is better. Hello, Indigo. Welcome.
Oh, hand to go.
All right, so there you go. I'm done, right?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, no, I like it.
That's all you wanted? No colors, right?
I mean, colors would be nice if we have time, but that's up to you. Like, it's up to you if you have the time to do that or not. I don't want to make you stay longer than you have to.
No, I have time.
Like, I'm not expecting shading or anything like that. Don't worry.
Oh, I think it needs some shading to keep it from being like too
Too
busy.
flat. all in one color.
How goes? This is how it goes. It goes all pretty all right, I think.
Yeah, I'm happy with it so far. I'm excited to see it in full living color.
Blastoise looks like it wants to smack the back of Gallade's head. And Gallade looks like it's ready to pierce Blastoise's neck as soon as it does.
Oh yeah.
They're trying to make it look friendly in front of him, but you know,
It's like obviously they're threatening each other.
Like whenever I turn my back, they're always at each other's necks.
The love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Remember when BDSP ruined Gallade?
What did they do? What did they do to
what
my?
What did they do to Gallade?
BDSP ruined a lot. Let's not kid ourselves.
What are you talking about, Wispy? BDSP was a perfect game. Wait, you didn't think so?
I have, you know how I have so much wrong with me. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the games I actually own hard copies of both of them, and I regret it to this day.
just want to try to redo it.
Hey, if you have a hard copy, that means you can sell it.
I could sell it, but also, like, I want to keep owning it out of spite. Like, it's not
Well,
good enough.
all right then.
It's not good enough for me to resell.
But it's
Like, I don't want to
good enough for you to keep.
No, it's more, I don't want to subject some poor young bastard whose grandma doesn't know any better to this game.
You have to keep it out of the market.
Do what I can, at least.
Take one for the team and keep it out of circulation.
Exactly.
Got it.
No, I completely agree, Charlie, that they should have chibi-fied the Pokemon's overworld sprites.
Yes.
Like, even that small little thing would have made it a ton better. Like, even if they kept the wonky following code, like, with how they, like, are tethered to the player, like, even if they chibi-fied the sprites, like, that would have been fine. For the models, I guess. Probably would have been less resource intensive, too. Because the simplified sprites would have been probably easier to render.
Yeah, but they would have had to make them.
Yeah.
And that's where the resources those are the resources they care about.
You know, you're right. You're right.
I mean, I don't know if that's the resources they care about, but
Well, I mean, considering how little 3D modeling they did in general, beyond, like, the bare minimum.
yeah.
Wonky mix of move pools from Sword and Shield and Diamond and Pearl that gave it the least fun selection of moves in a long time. Oof. Oof. So no elemental punch. Okay. Wow, no elemental punches and no leaf blade. That is sad.
I think there is one thing that I can be grateful to Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl for.
Ad revenue?
No. No. That it convinced me that I do not, in fact, need to play every Pokemon game.
Yeah. No, you're entirely right.
When a new one comes out, I will actually evaluate, or like not a brand new game is a little different, but any like revisit, any remake, I don't have to play it.
Yeah. Like, unless it proves itself to be, like, actually worth the time and the money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not gonna like, wait until the game is out and then decide whether I want to play it. I mean, that could happen, but
Yeah.
it's just like it's a remake. I'm not interested unless you show me that there's something that's worth giving you time for.
Yeah.
So if it's a quote unquote faithful remake, I'm not interested.
Magic boxes with dumb statues. Yeah, no, that was good.
Yeah. No, that like literally ruined the underground. Like I the one thing that they did that was interesting was adding the like roaming Pokemon in the underground.
Mm-hmm.
But
Wait,
they could have just not needed to do that by making a remake of Platinum instead.
So I actually never got to Veilstone City when I played Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so I have no clue what you're talking about.
You
Like
have no clue what I'm talking about. Like you didn't even see it. Or,
Like, I didn't even
from
the
other
roaming,
people. I mean,
like the roaming Pokemon that go in the underground. I have no clue. Like
okay,
I know about like the areas underground that like you can find Pokemon in.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like there were like roamers, like the legendaries that went underground.
No. Roaming, like they are walking around and not random
Yeah.
encounters.
Okay. Yeah. No, those. Yeah. I messed around with those for like 5 minutes and then realized that there's nothing really interesting down here.
There are some like there are some Pokemon that you can't get in other ways.
Well, yeah,
So
but like beyond Dex completion, there was nothing I really cared about, and even then, like I'm not going to complete the Sinnoh Pokédex.
I mean, I played with a Houndoom that I caught there because that's the only way you can. So
It would have been better if they just let us catch Houndoom outside fucking, what was that, Pastoria City? Like we could have.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like the reason that's there is to provide the team variety that Platinum already has. So like if they should have done a remake of Platinum and not of Diamond and Pearl. But oh well.
Wispy, stop trying to imagine a better game than BDSP. No, let me imagine it.
It will only lead to disappointment.
Like I think I mentioned before, like I had this like vision of the Diamond and Pearl remakes being this like swan song on the 3DS. Like it would have began and ended the 3D or the DS family of consoles on the same system. Like it would have been nice.
Oh, like that the remakes would actually be on the 3DS despite it already being.
Well, no, I wanted them to come out in Gen 7.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like instead of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I keep saying that we should have delayed Sun and Moon 6 months, gotten Sun and Moon as they intended it to be in Ultra, and then use that time left over in the generation on the Diamond and Pearl remakes.
I've never liked Sun.
Yeah.
It was difficult to get into because it was like
Well, yeah.
different.
Well, not even that's. It's not even that it's completely different. It's just another Pokemon game that you're handheld through the entire time. Like you keep waiting for the tutorial to end, and it doesn't.
I don't know. All I know is that I got past like the first like boss Pokemon thing, and then like was like, okay, well, that wasn't that tough, and I'm kind of bored of this game now. So
Yeah, you've pretty much experienced all of Sun and Moon at that point. Ow! I just pricked myself on a pin.
Why?
I was mindlessly playing with it.
smart.
All right, so you put yourself in danger. All right.
No, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what just happened. I was doing something dangerous and paid the price for it.
The game. What's my version of the system of the blood?
Because he's just chilling, man. Don't be hating on my chillin' Typhlosion.
See, the thing with doing Sinnoh remakes in Gen 7 is that they would be skipping doing Gen 1 remakes.
And losing Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee would have been a bad thing?
Yes. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are good games. But that's not the point. That's not my point. My point is that after doing remakes of Gen 3, the next one up in the line was Gen 1 again. Because the last time that they did Hoenn, or that they did Kanto, was in Gen 3. So after remaking Ruby and Sapphire, next up would be to remake something from Gen 1, which is the same logic that I'm using now to expect that the next kind of remake revisit is going to be Johto. Like they are strictly following the same order that they did before.
I really want to find that.
You know, you have a very solid. You know, it does make a lot of sense. It does. I just don't. I'm at least with we've been to Kanto so many times. I feel like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee didn't need to happen.
I mean,
It needed to happen to bring the Pokemon Go crowd into the main series.
Exactly, I was about to say that because, like, you know, my girl, she started playing Let's Go Eevee and got into Pokemon like that, but she wouldn't have gotten into Pokemon playing any other games. Stuff for her because she's barely starting to play video games.
But
Let's Go Eevee is like the perfect intro.
Yeah. It's also the only Pokemon game with a consistent sense of style.
I'll give you that.
Like I know that like Charon, for example, doesn't like the way that it looks, but you know, whether you like the style or not, it knows what it wants to look like and it looks like it. Whereas every other game since then has not.
Yeah, it's just felt like generic Pokemon trademark.
Yeah.
I was about to say spoiler, but then I remembered he's here, and I was like, no spoilers.
Yeah, no Scarlet and Violet discussion, Daniel.
I know.
What's a Scarlet and Violet?
No, you're not that much out of the loop.
So weird hearing his voice and then seeing his mouth move like 3 minutes later.
No, I know. I mentioned that.
Like I look over after he's laughing, he's just serious, right? So that.
Is this going to be a stream where I'm still going when you get home? I wouldn't expect to still be going when you get home. Because I've already done the lines, and so like I'm going pretty slowly with the coloring, but Wispy said I don't even need to shade. I'm gonna do some minimal shading, but like I think by the time I finish the lines, I'll be pretty close to finishing already. So
Have to lift the no death on stream rule if anyone discusses Scarlet and Violet.
You still can't die on stream.
Yet sadly, that isn't just his rule. Maybe, bro.
We can murder on stream. That's a little different.
Okay, so murder's fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
If someone talks about Scarlet and Violet in the chat, we can murder them.
Kill the man's whole career.
Now by murder, we mean send a massive flock of crows to their house, right?
Of course.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why you would think anything else.
Exactly.
Wink.
Wink.
My lawyer says I require I answer no. Murder.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Yeah.
In Minecraft. No,
Yeah. Wispy, are you old enough to be familiar with the whitest kids in the world skit about I want to kill the president of the United States?
I'm sorry, what? I don't think I heard you correctly. Can you repeat that?
I said, are you old enough to remember or to be aware of the whitest kids in the world skit I want to kill the president of the United States of America?
You know.
Oh, I think that sounds familiar, but I might be thinking of a Kids in the Hall sketch.
Okay. You can look it up on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It's from, like, I don't know, 2000. I probably saw it around 2006 or something like that. But it's very good. It's like the original in Minecraft.
I'm getting the whitest kids you know. I'm not saying anything about the whitest kids in the world.
I mean, I could be misremembering because, like I said, it is from 2006.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the group was called Whitest Kids in the World.
What skit was it?
I want to kill the president of the United States.
Okay. Looking it up right now.
It is...
Like clip out of context.
Oh, yep, I found it.
Okay, it's like a Bush era.
federal offenses.
Why are these captions in Spanish?
So, hi, I'm Trevor. Did you know that it's illegal to say you want to kill the president of the United States? It's illegal. It's a federal offense.
I have seen this.
All right, well, everyone who hasn't, go check it out. It's only a few minutes long. How long is it, Wispy?
Minute 45.
Yeah. Not even a couple of minutes long. So,
Yeah. Profanity? I don't think so.
no, I don't think there's profanity in it. Basically, it's a PSA about how you're not allowed to say that you want to kill the president of the United States, except, of course, in this context, because I'm just like letting you know that you can't say it.
Exactly.
But it goes from there.
Canada.
Oh my god, because he said it like 10 times now, and I was afraid the SWAT or something was.
No, he's Canadian, Daniel. It doesn't apply to him.
He keeps saying it, even though he's saying he shouldn't be saying it. It seems.
No, if we say it, then we could have the FBI knocking out him. But
Yeah, you do have one of the listening probes in here, so
no, it's unplugged.
that doesn't mean anything.
Are you arguing about whether the FBI is going to come after me for telling you about this skit?
Yeah,
No,
but
no.
I was informed you was Canadian.
No, that was how it started. Then it turned into whether or not our Alexa is going to like call the FBI on us, even though it's unplugged.
Do you really trust it just because it's unplugged?
I don't.
Do you think Jeff Bezos is going to hesitate to send your information to the FBI just because of the device is unplugged?
Jeff Bezos won't even cooperate with the FBI.
Yeah, but if they pay.
Well, but that's investigations about him, not about you.
Shit about us.
I mean, as true as that is. Yeah, you're right.
The guy got some sort of warning. That does sound familiar, yeah. That the sketch group got some kind of warning over that. Over that video. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised as like a hey, we get it's just a joke, but like, come on, guy.
Especially right now with the way everything.
Well, this was back in like 2006.
Yeah, this was George Bush era.
They got each other's throats because of the political parties.
Daniel, it's been like that for the past 80 years. Where have you been? Because we're paying more attention to it because we're actually adults now.
I don't want to pay attention to it no more.
That sucks, man. That sucks. We're living through history just like the rest of us.
I'm gonna be neutral from now on.
That's fine. Doesn't change it.
All that means is that both sides will now attack me.
Anyways.
I actually recovered from COVID just in time to make a day trip to Vancouver tomorrow to vote in the Brazilian presidential election.
Brazil?
Oh, you gotta go like the embassy to vote for the Brazilian elections.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta... you can only vote in person, and closest place for me to vote is to go all the way to Vancouver. So it's about a 4.5 hour trip each way.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's God, that's atrocious.
Yep.
Is it snowing a lot yet? Like, is it super cold yet?
No.
No.
He's not that far north, then.
Why not? Vancouver snows?
Well, Vancouver does have snow, yes, but like in the middle of winter, not the beginning of October.
Yes, or in the tops of the mountains, which is also not where I'm going.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. From what I've heard of Canada, it's always snowing there. All right, so I just had to check.
Okay, I can tell you for sure that is not true. Probably anywhere in Canada, but certainly not here. I'm essentially in Seattle.
Yeah, I was just about to say, he's basically in Seattle.
Wow. Not too far.
That's really not, no, yeah, we could make a day trip out there if we had the gas for it. Like, that's
if he wants us to make a day trip out there. He probably doesn't want to see us in person.
yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
We show up to his house, he'd be like, who are you guys? Why are you here?
what we do is we drag Gano along so that way we can say we're here to play D&D.
Okay, look, just don't do it unannounced, okay?
That's fine. That's perfectly fine.
Just don't show up unannounced. But you're welcome to come say hello.
We'll have Donna like text you or something 3 hours out.
That would also add like an extra like 10 hours onto our trip because we'd have to swing all the way out that direction and then swing all the way back up.
Freebird, no more Bolsonaro. I would be happy to vote for a different candidate than I will. But the thing is that the sooner we can get rid of Bolsonaro, the better. So Brazilian elections are voted in 2 rounds, at least like the major ones, like president, mayor, governor. So in the first round, you can have any number of candidates, and if a single candidate gets more than 50% of the votes on the first round, then it ends right there. But that's relatively uncommon. And so most of the time, the top 2 candidates go to a second round.
That system sounds a lot better than ours, but then again, I'm not educated enough to make that decision.
That's ranked choice voting, isn't it?
No, you don't rank your choice. You vote for whoever you want, and then in the second round, you again vote for whoever you want. But they are 2 separate voting events.
I see.
But I do think that it's a good system. The
Seems
thing
like
is that
better than our system.
Yeah. So the thing is that Bolsonaro is pulling a Trump and, calling into question the legitimacy of the voting process.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And so if he loses, if another candidate wins on the first round, it's a lot more difficult for Bolsonaro to call the results into question because he would be calling the results of all of the elections. Because a lot of things are being voted at the same time, right? So it's like, I'm only voting for president because I live overseas. But for people in Brazil, there's president, there's mayor, I think it is now, and then there's senator, parliamentary positions, things like that. So there's all kinds of things. So if he says that there was some kind of fraud, he's calling into question everyone's elections, including his allies. So it's a lot more difficult for him to say that in the first round, whereas if we move to a second round and then it's Bolsonaro against someone else, it's much easier.
Okay.
So I would probably not be voting for former President Lula. I would probably not be voting for him on the first round, if not for trying to make Bolsonaro lose on the first turn.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be voting for Lula. Probably at all, or well, certainly not on the first turn, if not for these very specific circumstances.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you get your dual citizenship in Canada and Brazil?
Well, Brazil, I was born there.
Okay.
I was born there, so that's just my default citizenship. My Canadian citizenship I got earlier this year. I have been living and working here for coming up on, actually no, I have, yeah, past now 14 years.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
the what is it? What do they call it? The thing you take, the test you take to become a citizen, was that tough?
Yeah, the citizenship. Yeah, citizenship test. Yeah, I took that. What was it? End of last year, I think.
Yeah, I think I remember that's when you were talking about it first.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I had my citizenship ceremony this April.
Yeah.
But so it's not difficult to get Canadian citizenship. It's a little bit more complicated to get permanent residence, but because I studied here, so like I graduated university here, there's like some like pipelines essentially. So
Yeah.
if you graduate in Canada, there's a work permit that you can get to help you find work and
That's pretty cool.
yeah, gain Canadian work experience, and then at the end of that, if things go well at the end of that, you can already apply for a for permanent residence. I had some complications with my process, but then after 3 years of being permanent resident or 2 years of permanent resident, then you can already apply for citizenship.
Pretty
So-
sick. Explain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a fascinating process. If it is, even though it is very tedious and time consuming.
Yes.
So recite like the Canadian Pledge of Allegiance, like whatever that is, like the Canadian national anthem. Was that like in the test?
No.
Oh,
No, but we did have like the Canadian anthem was part of the citizenship ceremony. It wasn't part of the test.
oh, okay.
But it was part of the citizenship ceremony, and also part of the ceremony was the equivalent of the Pledge of Allegiance, which is the
Like Queen.
citizenship oath, where I pledge allegiance to the Queen, or I guess for people who are doing it now would be pledging allegiance to the King, but for me it was the Queen.
So, do you speak French as well? Because I know a lot of Canada places are French speaking.
Yeah, but no, you only need to know one of the official languages.
Okay.
So I know very little French.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I'm curious. I'm asking questions that I don't know. There's no such thing as a stupid question.
I mean, there
Yeah,
are
You're welcome to ask.
indeed stupid questions. I just haven't-
Well, that's debatable. Sure, the national anthem one didn't seem too intelligent when I asked it, but now that I have an answer, I feel better. So,
Yeah. I do get to finally vote for my first Canadian election this month. We have municipal elections going on, so I get to vote for mayor and city council. And a little bit later in the year, there's the internal elections of the party that's in power in our province. So in Canada, you don't really vote for, like, you don't vote for prime minister, right? You vote for who's going to be your member member of parliament, basically. And it's the same thing on the provincial level. But the thing is that our premier, so the equivalent of our governor, he was like facing cancer, so he actually resigned earlier this year, and so now the person who gets to be our next premier won't get elected to that position by like in a general election. It'll be just whoever is the leader of the party. So
Okay.
who like the premier is the leader of the party that has the most seats in the legislation,
Yeah.
in the legislative house. And so he resigned, but the party is still in power, so who gets to take over is just whoever's going to be the next leader of the party. So I actually became a member of the party so that I would have a chance to vote for who will be the next leader of the party and therefore premier as well.
I see it.
Okay. That makes sense. That's cool. Sounds a lot better than what the hell we have to deal with.
I got a lot halfway through that. Seemed like a lot of voting in parties, and I was like, you know what? It seems like Canadians got this. So I barely
know,
understand my own voting stuff.
You poor sweet summer child.
I don't like the fact that we don't vote directly for prime minister and premier. I would prefer to be able to vote separately.
Yeah.
For governor and for president. But that's not an option that we have at the moment.
Hopefully there's some sort of legislation in the works to fix that.
No, the last time that we considered, or that we like voted on election reform, it didn't pass. So back in 2015, when Justin Trudeau was first elected, one of his campaign promises was electoral reform. But then when they actually did the electoral reform referendum, which I didn't get to vote on, but the question wasn't, do you want electoral reform? It was, this is our current system. Do you want A, our current system, B, this one version of, like this one alternate, C, this other alternate, D, this other alternate, E, this other alternate. So there were 4 alternate options, I think. I could be misremembering the exact number. But I think there were 4 alternate options versus the option to just keep doing what we're doing.
Okay.
So
it was like an overwhelming choice.
Sorry?
So it's like, it probably came off to a lot of people as like, now I have to learn what each of these are. It's an overwhelming sense of choice almost.
There's that, but also just it was like 4 different versions of proportional representation, and if you had just put first past the post, which is our current system, versus proportional representation would have won, because it was like 40% was the vote to keep the current system, but because the referendum split the vote for proportional representation by putting 3 different versions of it, then it was obvious that it wasn't going to pass.
Yeah.
It was made to not pass.
That's pretty bullshit.
Yep. It's like, do you want to keep doing what we're doing, or do you want to or do you want to do this version, or do you want to do this version, or do you want to do this version? And so, of course, the number of people that were like tired of keeping doing what we're doing voted for whatever they wanted, like whatever version they thought was better.
Mm-hmm.
But those votes were divided into like 3 or 4 different versions instead of just a single option of let's change it.
Yeah.
Do you eat the maple syrup on a stick often?
What the fuck, Daniel?
No.
Daniel.
I had enough about politics, and that question was sticking in my head for like the past 10 minutes.
I mean, fair, but like. Bruh.
Not that like maple syrup isn't popular over here, but it's more of like an East Coast kind of thing.
Oh, okay. What is the whatever coast you're on kind of
The
thing?
West, Daniel. He's literally like on the
Listen,
safe.
I didn't want to say West Coast and then be wrong. There's like 3 other options there besides East Coast, and I just didn't want to actually.
Considering there is no South Coast to Canada, that's literally the northern United States. The South Coast of Canada is literally the Arctic Circle.
I just wanted to make sure.
I don't know, whatever stereotypes you might have in your head about about Seattle, they probably apply to stereotypes about Vancouver as well.
Oh,
So, like-
you guys drink a lot of coffee?
Sorry?
You guys drink a lot of coffee?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like coffee, but yes, coffee, yoga,
Yoga was known in Seattle.
Yeah. Seattle's basically
I
just.
heard it rains a lot in Seattle.
Yeah, it does, but Seattle is just Los Angeles with less crime.
How much less crime?
Like a lot less crime.
and more rain.
And more rain.
Does it get really hot, like around that area for you too in the summertime, or?
Really hot? I mean, not usually.
Yeah, they don't have to deal with like the heat waves we deal with.
Yeah, we deal with like 110 and shit sometimes. It's terrible, but
Yeah, like we had that heat dome last year, but that was anomalous.
Yeah, that wasn't a normal thing, but like they usually say relatively, if not a lot, cooler than we are.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because they're further north.
Yeah, and like we're in the middle of a rainforest, so
Yeah.
we, I don't know, like average summer temperature is.
Is Montana not the South Coast? Well, who said that? I can't. Freebird. Of course it was.
Of course, it was Freebird. Yeah. Yeah. So like our average summer high would probably be like 25
Celsius.
Celsius, yeah.
So that's
yes,
like,
Celsius.
yeah, so that's like something like 60 to 80 here.
wow, that's super. That's heckin' nice.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, it is. It is real nice.
Yeah, better than for comparison, our heat's here from like 100 and higher is well over 40 C.
I know, in Arizona, where I used to live, 20. Why can't I live in a place that's like that? Why do I keep picking the difficult places to live?
You know, that's a good question, Daniel.
Just-
Why don't you take some time to think about that? Figure it out.
Might need to take a good long look at your decisions.
You think they're gonna end up doing a Canadian Pokemon like thing?
Probably not anytime soon.
It'd be super cool.
Like a Canadian region? Yeah, probably not.
Like if they do, it'll be like way down the line and not for a mainline game. Like
No,
they
they could. I wouldn't put it past them. I just hope that they don't do a Canadian region, like an all of Canada region. I hope that they do a. I mean, let's face it, they would probably do a Toronto region, but I would hope that they would do a Vancouver, Pacific Northwest region.
That would be pretty cool.
That's what I like to see in like an American West Coast region, just because, you know, that'd be nice.
I mean, it would
Yeah.
probably have some of the same influences. So
Yeah, I feel like it'd be sufficiently different enough from Unova, which already has a lot of American influence, but like in a different way.
yes.
They can have a Mountie Goose.
There could be a Mountie Goose Pokemon, yes.
That would be pretty sick.
I don't know. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want a cop on my team.
Yeah,
I forgot Mounties.
yeah, Mounties are cops.
You forget Mounties are still an actual thing sometimes. You hear about them so much, you think they're like the fabled lore of old Canada. But no.
Well, that's just because we're uneducated Americans, Daniel.
No, I think some Canadians also forget that they are not just a symbol of Canada, but also an actual police that, like all cops, are bastards. So
Yeah, exactly.
If they arrest you, do they just kind of like hog tie you and throw you on the back of the horse? How do they do that?
well, they're not usually like even though they are called the mounted police. Most of the time, they are in cars and not actually on horseback.
Yeah, they're only really on horseback for ceremonial purposes at this point, Daniel.
Dang.
Like for parades. Or,
Imagine the fear being chased down by a squad of actual horse Mounties. Like,
go to New York. They still do have horse-mounted police in New York.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then there's occasional
one of their ways.
places or times where you might see the Mounties actually on a horse, but most of the time they are in squad cars.
You guys make fun of them like how we make fun of the cops and like bikes over here. Like,
I mean, I'm sure they have bike cops too, Daniel.
do they
Yeah,
do bike cops?
we do, but
Bike cops aren't even an American thing.
Listen, they had the horse units. I figured that's what they would have stuck with because I feel like a horse is kind of better than a bike. I didn't realize they're kind of multi-classing here. I didn't realize they're going for both.
They're classing. Goodness.
how are you looking, Wispy?
How am I looking? I think I look good. I very much enjoy that.
Cool.
Those look nice.
Yes.
I gotta do some kind of background, and I just stole all these colors from the reference art.
Oh yeah. No,
So
I can tell.
think I'm gonna do some kind of filter on top to kind of bring all the colors together a little bit more.
Yeah. What were you thinking in terms of that?
I don't know. I just poke around and find something that I like.
That works.
That's my process.
That definitely works.
But before I do that, I gotta make sure. Yeah, so I left so far your shirt and your shoes transparent. I think that's all I'm missing, though.
They just disappear.
Yeah.
So,
Don't worry, I
I'm not-
got it.
sorry,
What's up?
I interrupted him. I knew that.
What are you saying? What's
So I was gonna ask if I'm not sure if he's close enough, but has he ever seen like a live moose?
Oh.
No, we do have moose here. Actually, I don't know if we have moose on the island. I know that we have moose on the coast, but I'm on the island, so it's a little bit more separated from the mainland.
Can swim and die.
But we do have moose around here. I have never seen one in person. I've seen both grizzly bears and black bears. I have seen those in the wild, but not moose or elk, which is too bad because I really like elk. I would love to see one in person.
Will elk like straight up decimate you like a moose will?
Yes.
I mean, not as much. Like elk is reindeer, right? They're the same thing.
Well, they're similar. Yes, I'm pretty sure.
No, they are the same thing. They are the same species.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they were like just close cousins or not.
Okay, so they'll most likely run from you if they have the chance, whereas a moose will decide to mess your whole day up for no reason.
I don't think a moose won't decide to mess your whole day up. The thing is that a moose is so big, if you like, whereas with like a deer, if you hit a deer, the deer might like bounce off your the hood of your car, bounce off your windshield, and like leave some damage, but you'll be okay inside the car. The moose is so big. If you hit a moose, you are not going to be okay.
Yeah, it's like hitting a tree head on.
The moose is more likely to be okay than you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like if you're just walking around and you stumble across a moose, like they just have like the temperament of like it's either gonna be like, huh, whatever, or you know what, fuck this guy.
Yeah, but also the odds of just randomly stumbling upon a moose are very slim, Daniel.
I am not sure what the temperament of moose is. I can't speak to that.
You're asking the equivalent of the airspeed velocity of a sparrow from Monty Python.
Is it unladen or laden?
I oughta kick your...
Is it an African or European swallow?
Forgive me while I beat my roommate for a moment.
I didn't catch the question, so sure.
It ended up becoming a Monty Python reference.
Okay.
Because I told him like asking the temperament of a moose is like asking the airspeed velocity of a sparrow.
I see.
Like it doesn't really add anything.
Mm-hmm.
But is it an African or European swallow? That's the biggest question. You know what? Better get Google ready just in case somebody actually responds.
I don't think anyone's going to, Daniel. I think you will be fine.
All right. Let's see if I can find a good color. What's it called again? Gradient map. Let's see if there's a good gradient map.
Okay. Oh.
This does look nicer. It makes it look key, and it seems like something up Jeremy's alley. The other one looked like Spider-Man colors. Okay. Oh.
It's trippy.
I'm not
That
gonna
one-
keep it like that. I'm gonna make it more subtle, and
No,
I might change what the actual colors are, but just helps to make them a little bit more consistent
Yeah.
across the board.
No, yeah, I get what you're doing.
Or just a light though. You might want to go with something.
Can do some. It makes this color that I put just now makes the Staraptor look shiny, except for the streak on
Wow,
the hair.
yeah, it does. That's cool.
Cool colors, warm colors.
Warm makes it seem happy.
I'm not sure, honestly.
I kind of like this one actually, without even making any significant changes to the colors from here.
With the one that's on screen right now?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that actually does. Yeah, it's like almost like a Twilight looking almost.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
You guys are either looking at the sunset or the sunrise. Either way, full of hope.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the like the purple hue does look very nice.
There's a lot more to go through, but
Yeah.
See a lot of blues. Like pinks.
if you see something you like, scream.
I will. Don't worry. Nothing's been immediately eye-catching yet, though.
Scream like you want ice cream.
No.
I could go for some ice cream, honestly.
Actually, yeah. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Like the not entirely blacked out one.
Okay. Because you're a few seconds behind, I have to like go back to it, but I can find it again. Was it?
Yeah, that one. That one looked really nice. But yeah, like not like.
That's just black though.
Well, I mean, I liked it in like not like to keep it for like I just like how it looks at the moment, not like to keep it.
Okay.
Can you make it white?
I like this one. I think this is the one that we should work with.
Yeah.
Not the one that you're seeing right now. You'll see it in a moment. But it's the one that we talked about before.
Oh, this one, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like this one too. This one looks really good. I think it's the best one we've gone through.
Like these are all just like preset gradients that I'm poking through. So like, if I knew exactly what I wanted, I could make my own. But
Yeah.
I don't.
Don't worry, I don't either.
You know, like, even though the colors of the individual Pokemon are off, I do actually really like this color scheme, and I would just like put the highlights on top of it.
It makes the Blastoise kind of look like it might be a shining, because don't they turn kind of purplish pink when they're shining?
Kinda,
they
yeah.
do.
I like how it affects, well, me personally, I like how it makes the Goodra stand out. I like how it makes the flames on your Typhlosion, right?
Yeah.
Stand out. You know, it looks really nice. It makes the everything kind of pop. Easy on the eyes, you know what I'm saying? Allows you to roam around for details.
It is your decision, Wispy. What you like.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking. I'm not like I like it, but like I also want like their actual color to like shine through a bit more. Like kind of like that one. That one looks a lot better. The one that was
Is this it?
No, it wasn't that one.
No. Okay, I'm watching. I'm watching the stream now, so I'm gonna let it catch up. Is that what you were looking at?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yes. Yeah, because it's on. It has. It's not. Yeah, that one. Because it had its like the actual colors popping a bit more, but still had that kind of like warm light feel.
Mm-hmm. I just reduced the opacity of the gradient a bit. I can do a little bit more. Maybe something like that.
Once it catches up.
See something in detail pop up, like that you never noticed in the previous things. The flame, like the little red flame things from the last one or something. I didn't even notice it showed up, and I was like, yeah, so colorblind.
No, yeah, no. I know you're colorblind, Daniel. That's why I haven't really been taking your opinion about this. Like I understand, I like with only in terms of like the colors. Everything else, like yeah, you could like with how like the details and the lines and everything.
You should respect the colorblind audience, okay?
I would, but I'm not colorblind.
What flavor of color blindness do you have, Daniel?
Red and green.
The
But green-
classic.
You hear him?
I mean, I said the classic. If he said something after that, I did not hear him.
So he said he's red and green colorblind, but green's his favorite color.
I mean, it's
Still
a good
not-
choice.
I'm still not sure how that works, but
Well, as someone who also loves green, it's a good choice.
like I like green too. But it's no purple.
The shades of green that I can see are magnificent.
Are there like specific shades that you can see better than others?
Yeah.
Okay.
Freebird, right? Some mint chocolate chip ice cream sounds great.
Should we scream for it?
I don't want to bug the rest of my household by actually screaming.
I'll wait till Indigo gets home and then I'll just start screaming.
Just not give her any context, not like any explanation, like a small child. Just
Yep. She'll figure it out. She's smart enough to get a screamed pun.
that would be that. I'm sure she would. Yes. That I just that the image of that in my head is fucking hilarious.
You're still doing Pokemon Emerald.
Am I still what?
You're still playing through Pokemon Emerald.
I haven't been playing through Emerald in a while, Daniel. Well, I have a active save file on one of them, but I also found that other copy. Remember? I'd have to look for it. I don't know where it's at right this very moment in time, but yeah,
After my hero.
I will try to find it. I cannot promise anything.
That's like my first ever Pokemon game, and so I want to maybe play through it.
You know, I can always put it on your phone, right?
Yeah, but I don't play any games on my phone anymore. It's like if I look at my phone for too long, I get bored.
That's fair.
How do you feel about the colors as they are right now, Wispy?
I think they're all great except for Staraptor. I feel like Staraptor should be a little darker. But I don't know if you can do that for just Staraptor or not.
Yeah, of course. I can do anything.
Okay.
He's the professional.
Excuse me, goodness. I'm not even smoking right now, goddamn.
Wispy, no dying.
No dying, but I do have to step away for just a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
everybody, let's go.
Okay. Whew. Photoshop stopped responding for a moment there, and I was like, "Uh-oh. I have not been keeping up my saving." But we're back.
I have returned. Wispy, not a fan of middle ghost types on this team, or multiple ghost types on this team, but I like that there's a sound type on it. What? Oh. Wait, what?
I'm not sure who's the sound type in this.
Neither am I.
Okay, Wispy, this is neutral colors.
This is neutral colors?
This is neutral, like without any filters on it.
Okay.
So this is with the filter we discussed.
Okay. Once it loads.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Okay. First of all, do you like that better?
No.
Okay. This is with contrast bumped up on the filter that we discussed.
Okay.
Coming soon.
Yep, no worries. Okay. Okay. I think it's up now.
Okay. Do you like that better?
Actually, yes.
Okay. So now, and I haven't adjusted the colors on Staraptor yet.
Okay.
But so between this one, the one that you're looking at right now with the filtered colors and the increased contrast versus back to the neutral colors, which one do you like more?
All right. Give me just a second.
Mm-hmm.
I like the one with the filter better.
Okay. Sounds good. I do think it looks more interesting rather than it's just like the straight colors.
Yeah.
But you want Staraptor a little bit darker.
Yeah, I just a bit. At least it's like the body of it, like where it's like usually the lighter gray feathers. That should like I feel like that should still be a bit more lighter gray than like the reddish that it is now.
Okay, so you want it less reddish. So like I should reduce the filter on it.
Yeah, just on like because everything else except for the body part is fine. Just that one like where the wing and the body and like where the tail is, those like grays right there. I
Okay.
feel like should be less red.
I think that's too neutral. So let me try something in between. Okay. I think that looks good. But you can tell me what you think in a moment.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that's good.
Well, all right. Do you see anything else that you want me to touch up?
No, I think this looks great. I think we're good. I think this is done.
You're happy with the product you paid for?
I am indeed.
All right.
Was fantastic and a lot of fun watching it get put together.
I'm pretty happy with it too. I'm especially satisfied with the Staraptor nesting on top of the Kudra.
Oh yeah, no, it looks really good. I'm really happy with it. That looks it's so much character, so it looks alive almost. It's great.
And I do think it looks pretty good with you kneeling next to the Typhlosion.
Definitely. And I like how it's like framing me and like you can tell like where the clear arc of where everyone would be standing is.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. Well, there you go then.
I can't wait to have the actual file.
Well, what format do you want it in? PNG?
Yeah, PNG is fine.
It's a very large image, so like it's probably going to be a pretty large file.
Yeah.
But PNG is going to preserve the quality, so.
Yep, whatever preserves the quality the best, and I know most everything except a PNG that I would use it for, so.
Okay. Yeah, it might be pretty heavy, so if like there's a if there's a file size limit, that could be a problem, but do you have software to reduce image size? Oh, actually, I did forget to do a couple of things where I needed to color the outline to match the color of everything else.
Okay.
So,
but well,
like Ms. Magis's mouth is actually supposed to be colored, so.
Yeah. So, like, what kind of software do you mean? Like,
any kind of image editing software should be able to change the color of a PNG or change the size of a PNG.
I have GIMP.
Yeah, that should do.
Just because it's open source and it works.
Yeah, I've tried to use it before, and I think I was too used to the way Photoshop works and struggled with it a little bit, but.
See, I've never had to use Photoshop, so.
Yeah, I learned Photoshop, like I started learning Photoshop in high school, so going to anything that's different from that was tough. Why is it making it darker?
It's me with like Audacity. It's the only kind of editing software I learned how to use in high school. Even though I know Audacity's garbage and I should just use Fruity Loops, but
yeah, I mean I've used Audacity before too, but nowadays, because I need Adobe software for my work, so I just have Adobe software for everything. Where else did I want to color the lines? I mean, I could just use it to make some of these lines a little bit more subtle, so I might do that. Oh, right, it's the line on the top of Typhlosion's eye is actually like a colored eyeshadow.
oh, okay. I never noticed that.
Yeah, I actually hadn't noticed it before either until I was looking at the references for this. It almost looks like it's wearing makeup.
That is cool. That is very cool.
Yeah. But yes, I will also use it to make some of these lines a little bit more subtle. Don't need such harsh lines on like Blastoise's shell, for example.
Yeah.
Anywhere else with lines that stand out more than they should?
I think not.
No, I think look, I think I got what I wanted to. So, all right.
I can't think of anything else that needs to be done.
All right, well, export to PNG. Wispy.png.
Hey. How many layers did you end up doing?
How many layers? I actually drew a lot of it on the same layer.
Oh, okay. I saw a little thing at the bottom. It said like something like 20 something layers or something like that.
Yeah, 38 layers in 10 groups, but that's because I put all of the colors, all the base colors I did on the same layer.
Ah, okay.
By the time I got to coloring, I was pretty sure I wasn't gonna have to move anything around, so I didn't bother like putting every Pokemon on its own layer so that I could still rearrange their positions and that kind of thing. Welcome back, Charlie. Looks like we're done.
Yeah. Yeah. No, wait, that's it.
And I think I'll make a short out of this and put it out at the end of the month.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun to see.
I hope so. Yeah. Are we gonna do this again at the end of the month, Wisby?
I feel like we are. I'm not quite sure what next month is gonna be, but figure something out.
Sounds good.
Maybe do something Zelda themed next month.
I certainly wouldn't complain about drawing a Zelda thing.
Yeah. We'll spitball something
Have I
around
ever
later.
drawn a Zelda thing? I actually can't. I don't usually, so.
Oh. But, yeah, I won't make you draw another humanoid for a while. Don't worry. It'll be like a Goma or like a something Zelda.
How about a Choo-Choo?
Hey, now we could do like all the different slime enemies. Like we do like the slimes from Dragon Quest. We do the Choo-Choos. Do like
Blobs
Mario.
from Monster Sanctuary.
Yeah, the blob from Monster Sanctuary that I still need to play.
Okay, I was gonna ask, have you played it? Okay,
I know it's on Game Pass. I haven't been able to up my Game Pass. So
I see. Yeah, I really enjoy it.
it looks interesting. It does look like a lot of fun. I just haven't had a chance yet.
Yeah. Did you watch Arrested Development?
No, I've been meaning to,
Uh,
but I don't watch a lot of like serialized TV very often.
hmm
So like it has to be something I'm already like invested in, like Star Wars or the MCU, or
Sure.
like have a really gripping like, oh hey, I need to watch this, like The Orville or The Boys.
Right. So this is just going to take a little bit extra. This joke is just going to take a little bit of extra explaining. So in
Okay.
Arrested Development, there is a lawyer that is called Bob Loblaw.
Blob, blah blah,
Bob Loblaw. So
Bob, blah blah.
Bob Loblaw. And the Bob Loblaw has a blog called Bob Loblaw's Law Blog.
Blah, Bob, Loblobs, Law Blog.
Yes. Bob Loblaw Law Blog. So anyway, in Monster Sanctuary, first time that I was playing through it, there's like multiple different blob enemies, but every time that I got one or a new one, I named it Blob Loblaw.
That's wonderful.
So, but then there's variations, right? So there's like the lava blob and the ice blob. So I called them ice blah 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 and lava blah blah blah. And then there's the rainbow one.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't name it rainbow blah 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 because it was too long. So I had to name it gay blah blah blah. And it's my favorite one. I actually use it regularly on my team. Gay blah 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 is a fantastic monster.
It sounds like it, and you've sold me on the idea of Monster Sanctuary.
Perfect. I sold you on the idea of Monster Sanctuary with an Arrested Development joke, which you have not watched.
Yeah. I'm also gonna check out Arrested Development. Don't worry.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched it in many years, so I don't know how it like holds up. But I do remember really enjoying it. All right, I think that this is a good place to end the stream and
Well,
see. Well, I'll have a video out next week, and then Tunic game stream in 2 weeks, and I hope to see everyone there for both of those things.
if I'm not there for the Tunic stream, I died.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Anyone have any more stupid questions? We're good. I think we're good, Sharon. Thank you. All right. Bye, everyone.
All right. Good night, guys.